Hello everyone, Noctem0 here, and first things first is that every Monday and Thursday now I will be doing game gems, where I will be sharing with you different games that I played back then, which I thought were friggin' awesome. And without further ado, let's start this. I want to talk about a game series that I fell in love with back in the early 2000s. I loved Resident Evil for a long time, and Silent Hill, and there was always a bunch of room for playing games similar to that, Alone in the Dark, all that stuff. But Capcom came out with another game back in 2001, which fledged out a whole awesome series, which I wish they would revisit. And if people are starting to think I'm talking about Dino Crisis, you would be wrong. But in fact, I'm talking about one of my personal favorite games, the Onimusha series. And that's including Blade Warriors. Now, I played Onimusha way back in the day, like I said, around 2001, 2002. I remember seeing all the commercials for the original one, Warlords, and I was intrigued. I mean, I've always been intrigued by the Japanese culture, and I mean, I love samurais, swords, anything really. I mean, I even train using my kendo sword and my bakken. But to play these games, I mean, I was liking the setting. I mean, after playing Resident Evil, I wanted more zombie-like games, and there really weren't that many that I could recall at the time. But Onimusha stood out, and I made sure to get my hands on it as soon as I could. The first game takes place, actually I don't really remember too much of the setting. I just remember that you play as Samanosuke Akechi, who, along with his partner Kaede, who was at Kunoichi, who they would embark on a quest to save Princess Yuki, who was captured by Nobunaga Oda. And the whole game, it had a Resident Evil feel to it. It had a horror feel to it, because the switch camera view, the menacing mansion or castle in this case that you had to explore, the fact that you could die at almost any moment. I mean, the game was pretty rough. I think they did a Xbox version, but I never played that version. I don't know how much that's different, but yeah, the first game was pretty fun, pretty intense, and it was a nice introduction to Samanosuke and the world of Onimusha. I mean, even though Nobunaga did all the work, he wasn't the main villain of that game. It was only until the second game that he was realized to be a villain for the Onimusha series, especially with the way the first game ends. The second game, you actually don't play as Samanosuke, but you play as a new character named Jubei Yagyu, who was part of the Yagyu samurai clan. I don't really remember the story of Part 2 so much. Honestly, I don't think I was really fond of Part 2. I gave it a shot, though. I played it all the way to the end. I don't think I beat it, but I know my brother did, and I really wish I played it and enjoyed it better, but I don't know. I guess it's because I preferred Samanosuke. Although, I hate that I say I don't like it as much, because the actor who played Jubei and did the face capture and all that stuff, he died, so I don't know if that makes me an asshole, but... And then they did part 3 of Onimusha Demon Siege, which to me, I consider that more part 2 for me, because it basically finishes up Samanosuke's journey from the first game, and we see that in the really sweet intro to that game, we see that Samanosuke has grown a lot stronger since the last time he fought Fortinbras and became an Oni. He really powered up. But what I really loved about Part 3 is because I'm a fan of Jean Reno and The Professional, and if you guys haven't seen that movie, I should start doing segments on that kind of stuff. But The Professional was a great movie, and Jean Reno being in the game, I thought that was a nice bit of casting right there. I didn't expect them to put Jean Reno in the game, although I became sorely disappointed to see that he only did the French lines, and then once they did the American voice acting, and heard his American voice actor, I'm like, ugh, kill me. I mean, I don't have anything against the guy who voiced him, and it was a good story and a good plot, but I just really wished it was Jean Reno who read it. But if he had a hard time with the script, then I understand why. Then we get past that one and we get Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, and that one was like way under the radar for me. I didn't even know that was going to come out until I passed by it at Walmart one day, and I saw it, got it, and I liked that they added a co-op element to it. It was nice. But that one, I never even got to beat that one, unfortunately. I liked it, but I didn't love it like I did 1 and 3, because those were the only ones I actually played all the way through. Like I said, I think I just favored Samanosuke more than I did Jubei or Soki. And then to move on to Onimusha Blade Warriors, I loved it because it was a Smash Brothers clone, and it was a clone done right. I mean, the combat was sweet, the fighting was pretty intense. My brother and I, we probably went at the game for hours, mostly because that game finally answered a question for us: who would win a fight, Mega Man Zero or Mega Man X? Well, it wasn't X, unfortunately. It was Mega Man NT Hero. I don't like that version, but so my brother ended up taking the win just because he got at least his version of Mega Man in that. And the fighting was pretty solid. I mean, it had a life system, up to 4 players can play, and my brother and I just killed it in that game. And as much as I like playing Samanosuke, I actually always picked the weak standard foot soldiers, because they were cowardly in the story mode of Blade Warriors and stuff. So when you actually get to play as them, I made sure they kicked a lot of ass, even though they were so wimpy. I don't know, I always pick wimpy-like characters. I'm hoping for in the future that they do another game, even a remastered edition. I would love that. I don't know how I feel about Onimusha Soul, though. I mean, I like that they are kind of trying to make it popular and adding Resident Evil characters to the mix, but I don't know how I feel about it. Now, even though we're not going to get another Onimusha, I would like to point out that I did do a Let's Play on another game very similar to it called Neo, which I believe it's coming out next year. It's a Dark Souls style game, but when you play it, you're going to think Onimusha. That's what I thought as I played, and my buddy Outrage Bubba, whose channel you should definitely check out, has basically he and I played through hell with that game. We did a Let's Play together, but not co-oping or anything like that. It's just that as he was playing, he was documenting on his, and I was documenting on mine, and we had a fun time. It played like Dark Souls, but I felt like Onimusha all over again, from hearing the way the sword slashing, from the combat. Neo to me is a good alternative to Onimusha, or a lack of Onimusha. So I'm hoping that Capcom will get off their asses and bring that game back. There's another Capcom game I hope they bring back, which is Dino Crisis. And I mean, I know 3 practically killed the series, but they can bring it back. They have to. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please check out Outrage Bubba as well. He's got some good videos, some funny as shit Grand Theft Auto videos. I'm not gonna lie, they're hilarious to watch. You guys take care.